like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Honey, look. I can't even start this video off my normal way because I want to say something. You see, no lipstick, bare face and all, okay? This was a boring ass episode of The Housewives. I'm gonna make it lively for you all, but it was a bunch of bullshit, okay? But I will say hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my Lord Jesus Christ Fix-It review of The Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 11, Episode 2. It is only, what time is it? 2:15 in the morning. That's not that late. And I watched this earlier. Like, I watched this episode at maybe 10 o'clock, I think it was. And I was so bored. I was like, I don't even have any energy to review it. Like, I'm like, this all y'all got? I was like, am I tripping or is this really, really boring? And I'm like, no, you're not tripping. It's really, really boring. Like, I was like, I'm not putting no lipstick on for this at all. I mean, I put on my cat ears, you know what I'm saying, make my hair look like it's pretty or whatever. But, I mean, it was a bunch of bullshit. And it's like, I don't want to say, like, what Nene and Greg is going through is so serious that it almost don't fit the show. And I want to explain what I mean by that. What I mean is, it's sad to watch. You know what I'm saying? It's sad to watch. And I don't know how else to describe it. And I don't mean we should not see real stories. I don't mean that. I mean, what Real Housewives of Atlanta, Nene and Greg should have literally got their own spinoff special for this time frame in their life. Simply because it's so different. It's so just different. And it's hard to like joke around the show when that's so serious. And then not only that, so this is not going to be a typical review. Not only that, with Porsha, we know Porsha's story. We know Porsha met this man. We know Porsha and this man is engaged. We know Porsha's pregnant. So I don't care about what Porsha did in Miami the month before she got engaged, because I'm like, she got pregnant in Miami probably. But I'm like, I don't really care. Okay? Because we know she's at home right now with that man pregnant with a whole daughter. So I'm like, bitch, I'm bored. I'm so bored. So I was just like, I don't know what is going on. And then we're not really getting any. This whole episode was based on Porsha being on with that man and Nene's show. We really heard nothing about King. We haven't got much into Cynthia and her man. We ain't got into nothing with Eva and her husband. Well, he's our husband now. He was our fiance then. But, I mean, I'm like, these first two episodes has just been lackluster. I'm like, who... And I don't even mean that in a way of we need drama or whatever. Or, you know, we can't hear about a person going through cancer. That ain't what I mean. What I mean is you have to tell a story, or you can't just focus on that, because that's boring. It is. It is. Because you're not even showing enough of what Nene and Greg is doing to kind of hold our attention. It be little stuff. I mean, this whole episode was more about Porsha and that boy. And I don't care. I do not care. But let's get into it. Okay, I done been there for the first 4 minutes. It is what it is. I hope y'all still tuned in. If you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel and become a whole J Birds. Hey, J Birds, do not forget to comment, like, and share this video. Put your comments below how you liked this episode. Okay, let me know how you like even the first two episodes. Like, I mean, it's season 11. They took Kenya off. Sheree gone. I mean, is it any better? Is it the first two episodes? We should at least be enthused that it's back. I don't care that it's back. It can go off. It can go off if you go off for another 2 3 weeks and come back with something better. Okay, the at the beginning of the episode starts off. Portia and that man was, Dennis is at her little birthday thing or whatever. He has a gift for her. She thinks it's a ring, but it was not a ring. It was a watch, a little Rolex. Well, not a little, but it was a Rolex. So she's happy, happy, happy. But she wanted a ring. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's boring to watch Portia and this man because we know she's engaged already. So he do ask because he give her the watch. They go to have dinner because the chef made them dinner or whatever. She go put on a cute little sexy outfit, but I'm like gags on her because she couldn't breathe in it. You know what I'm saying? Her whole neck was being choked by the neck of that dang on dress. I'm like, you didn't try it on before you came to Miami? No, you didn't. Well, next time try on the neck part. Because if not, you're going down, you're going to choke, whatever. We don't want you to choke. So we see that part. They sit down to dinner. He asking her, like, well, when can I meet your mom? Wow, you want to ask her a question? He already did. Like, we don't care. We know he already asked the question because they're engaged. Anyway, like, well, who else I need to meet? She says Nene because Nene, she's been talking about him a little bit to Nene. How Nene even asking her if she asked him certain questions. She said, I haven't asked him any else. Like, what school did you go to? This little question you ask the person to get to know them a little bit more. And she said, I don't ask them kind of questions. I'm just gonna be happy with the man that I have because I feel like some single woman asked him those questions before me, and she's sitting over there single and not want to be married. You can't marry a stranger, Portia. You can't disfigure if you don't ask him any questions. You won't find out anything bad, and y'all can be happy. Portia, you stupid girl. Bye. Okay, you're gonna be single in a minute if you keep on just not want to know anything. So we do to the next day. They get up. She's nasty. Why is she nasty? Because she's asking to borrow his toothbrush. She first of all, what grown adult goes on a trip out of state and don't bring a toothbrush? Like, how do you not pack? When you pack to leave to go anywhere, you pack your deodorants, your body wash, your toothpaste, your toothbrush. Like, those are the essentials. Like, how do you not say, I need to get my tooth? Like, how? I have a toothbrush in my whole bag. Okay, every woman has a whole bag. But yeah, I have a toothbrush in my whole bag. How do you not have a toothbrush of your own in Miami? I'm like, that just don't sit well to me. So when she sends him to go get a toothbrush for her, I was like, what the fuck, y'all, no toothbrush? He came back with a toothbrush from wherever, and she's like, oh, this one is too soft. We know them dentists in hand teeth she got can't use a tough toothbrush. So she then says, usually me and him share toothbrushes at the house. What? What did you just say? Y'all share toothbrush? Girl, why do you not have your own toothbrush at your own house? That's nasty. Why y'all share toothbrushes cost like $2? Like, I have like 15 toothbrushes in my closet right now. Well, I'm a couponist, that's different. But still, you should always have extra toothbrushes. Like, why are y'all sharing? You grown, y'all in y'all 30s. Why do y'all not have your own toothbrushes? That was disgusting. And he did not want to say on camera, yes, we share toothbrushes and yet you can borrow mine. He tried to avoid saying that out loud at all costs because it's just nasty. It's you borrow someone else, so you brush your teeth, and that's they tartar stuff and on that brush. You then put they stuff in your mouth. Bitch, I cannot do it. I just cannot. Ugh, it's just stupid. We then see they have a fake ass argument. She like, well, where would you at last night? And he said he went downstairs and he was hanging out because his friends are in Miami. Well, where was you at? I called you and you wasn't answering. Girl, back. Okay, because before that man, when y'all ate dinner, he said, come on, we're going to go to the club. We're going to go downstairs. You then said, no, let's go to bed because you want to have sex. I'm assuming after sex, he went downstairs and had fun in Miami. But you could have easily went with him. So this whole fake, I'm upset because you was downstairs and you didn't come back until 4 o'clock in the morning. Girl, the fuck back. I was like, she looking like it just seemed so staged. It was just she didn't even really seem upset. She looked like I wanna get some content for the show, so let me fake like I'm mad and he already knows so he ain't gonna say nothing. Girl, I don't care. Then, she makes up with him a couple hours later because he came back in the same damn shirt, even though she had on a whole other outfit. And then, and I would, if I was him, I would be like, you know what? I'm not arguing with a woman who don't have her own toothbrush because you don't even matter in real life if you don't have a toothbrush. But I digress. She then said, "Well, I'm not gonna be fighting with him. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't usually ask him any questions. I usually don't ask him any questions, or we don't fight. You know what I'm saying? Because ignorance is bliss. No, ignorance is ignorance. It's also stupidity. Pick one. You want to be ignorant, stupid? What you want to be? What portion? What do you want to do for it?" She said, "I don't ask him no questions. I don't ask him any questions. So I'm not gonna start asking questions now to have us arguing." Girl, girl. Anyway, um, Candy, Cynthia, Eva, and Marlo are in town. Of course, they are supporting Nene. They're surprising Nene. Cool, cool, cool. Portia's got them all rooms in a hotel. Marlo has the smallest room, it seems, that she does. Candy has like a good room, whatever. She writes little notes on the thing. She wants to make sure everybody is good because usually there's always some room debacle. So she just picked whoever would get which room. Marlo mad because her room's so small. Her room has an elevator. Her room has an elevator, so they all go upstairs, and it's like a penthouse, bigger room. So she says she's gonna take that room, even though the room is for Porsha. So Marlo has Porsha luggage sent down to her small ass room, and she takes Porsha's room. I just, I, okay, I guess. I mean, Marlo, Marlo, Marlo be having peach holding feelings when she not a peach holder, and I'm like, you need girl, you just don't do it anyway. But she's the most. She's been on the show the most. She's been on the show the longest to not have a peach. I wouldn't want to go back, okay? Because I'm looking like it seems like they don't want you as a full time cast member. And my thing is, it's only so long I want to be on the show as a friend of. Like, I just, but she ain't got nothing else to do. We see Nene and Greg at the condo talking or whatever, you know what I'm saying, how she's getting ready for this comedy show. And usually Greg is the person who, like, helps do things and run errands and, say, oh, you on next, you on all this stuff. But, of course, he can't do that because, he has cancer. He's a little bit weak. And, you know what I'm saying? He like, I can't do all that running around right now. And so a friend of Nene's who's there says, I can do it. Just let me know what y'all need me to do, whatever, and I'll help out. Which I thought was very, very nice. Because, again, going through this, they do need people to kind of step in and help do things that one person or the other used to do. Or that Greg used to do that he can't do any longer. This is Nene's first show since that Uber joke debacle when someone helped with her and she said back, like, oh, I hope you get like raped in the Uber. Something crazy she said, and it was a whole bunch. I think that was what she said actually, and it was a big old thing or whatnot. So for her, she's like, I'm nervous because it's my first time back, but I now know how to handle a heckler, and the best thing for me to do is to just go ahead and ignore them, or have security escort them out. I say that's smart. So we do see all the ladies at the venue, and Porsha gets there. Hey, lady, and they're like, "Girl, quiet down. Like, we don't, she don't know we're here. Be quiet." So she decided to go in first because Nene knows she's there. So she goes in first. Hey, Nene. So Nene's happy, of course. She twerking all over the place. She says hi to Greg. She's like, "Oh my God, Greg looks so skinny or whatever now," and so that's the whole thing to realize. And it is a thing when you see someone who's sick and you have not seen them in a while, and you see them and you kind of see the toll the sickness has on them. It is a little bit of a shock to the system, but what I'm saying, Greg still looks good, let's say that. So she's sitting in there talking to Nene, and then Greg kind of leaves out. He comes out like, "Oh, look who I found in the hallway," and of course it's the ladies. So Nene was so shocked, she was so happy. For me, I felt a bit of joy in that moment simply because catching Nene with I won't say a real moment of being shocked, and a real moment of just her feeling something. It does not happen too often. Honestly, it does not. And so her reaction to Cynthia, Candy, Eva, and Marlo coming in, it was pure happiness to see her friends there to surprise her and to support her. And so that moment was absolutely wonderful. She was just saying how she was happy to that they're there, how they thought to come support her, and how she's been going through so much, with Greg's diagnosis, and they say how hard it is. And excuse me, well, Nene says how hard it's been since her and Greg, found out he had cancer, and how it was rough for them. How when you find out a person is diagnosed with cancer, like your whole life changes, and it's just you don't know what it's like until you go through it. And I completely agree. Um, so, Greg is sitting there eating. And then, he was like, yeah, excuse me for sitting here eating, but I haven't ate in 3 days. I have not had an appetite. And so I was just very, very weak. And so I just kind of prayed to God, so, please let me, get an appetite today so I can eat something because, again, I'm very weak. And so they like, oh my God, so it's a humbling, damn it, emotional moment because it's like, damn, Greg is usually the one who's always uplifting and friendly and everything to everybody, and now we're having to give him, good spirits and give him positive energy to, just put some energy into his body. So it was, it was sad, but inspiring because even in his health, he still is like him saying, I pray to God about this, and he's still in good spirits. That's what it was. So, for the most part, all the ladies said how, they just want to be there to support both Greg and Nene. My battery arm was going low. But I can recharge. So yeah. From there, we see Nene goes on stage. So Nene, it wasn't like, I don't think it was her comedy show. She was the MC of comedians, so she was the MC of the thing. And it was a thing where they, in the beginning, when she's like, people keep on talking about, am I a comedian? And, oh, she's not a comedian. She said, well, I'm not a comedian. I'm a motherfucking hustler. I agree. Okay, she may not be a comedian, but you know what I'm saying? She can make a person chuckle here and there, and she is lively, so she can, talk up a crowd. So it's a great thing. And we see, like, I know we saw Lonnie Love there, and who else they showed? One of the person's name. I can't remember the name off top of my head. But we seen, Lonnie Love asking Nene, how she's doing and Rick or whatever. So I didn't know that Nene was close to Lonnie and but I guess they've been doing this comedy show for a while, and Greg usually, runs it or whatever. So Nene is close. Nene and Greg is both close to Lonnie Love, and Lonnie Love is she's on the Real. She's a comedian too. And so, she was crying. Like, I just love Greg so much or whatever. And then she's like, I just want you guys to be good. And Nene was like, people love Greg. Like, they may not like his wife, but they love him. He has so much love surrounding him. And but that shows the kind of great person that he is. So, that's always a great thing. And at the end of the show, they did bring Greg out because Greg always is helping out and he kind of organized things. So, again, it was a great moment. We do see all the ladies went out to dinner. Nene brings up how she's happy that Marlo and Porsha, kind of made up and they can be, what I'm saying, on this, in this, just getting along. They can coexist or whatever. It's a good thing. And they both like, yeah, it's great, 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 great. We even see how Candy and Porsha are on good terms or whatever. We see Candy ask Porsha, like, how did she spend her birthday? How did she have fun in Miami or whatever? Porsha does bring up how, her and her boyfriend is there and how they went to dinner and had a personal chef and he gave me a watch and the following morning he gave me, he did give her a necklace too the following morning before she asked for a toothbrush because she's dirty because she ain't got her own damn toothbrush. But, he gave me the watch, the Rolex watch, this necklace. We had a really good time or whatever. And so not Porsha, I think Marlon was like, he got you a watch and the necklace already? Girl, he's a keeper. You say so. Anyway, she goes from that to say, well, we got into an argument or whatever. And then so she asked, I'm like, do you guys ever use like your husband's toothbrushes? And they was like, no, like, well, no, this is nasty. So of course they're like, she crazy, crazy, crazy. And then she's like, well, I would just think, if it's like a husband, whatever, should be fine. So Ken, like, y'all talking about marriage already? And she was like, well, it has come up or whatnot. Because again, at this point in time, her and him had only been talking for like 4 or 5 months. And, Kenny just said, I just advise, what I'm saying, that you maybe not push him to propose, like not push the issue so fast, like let it organically happen and let him kind of, what I'm saying, figure things out in the beginning. Because again, it ain't like they've been dating for a year or two where she can like be like, I want to get engaged. Like, it's only been, again, 4 or 5 months or whatever. So Porsha said, I appreciate that advice. I do feel like it's advice that she would give anybody. So, thank you, whatever. But we do know that Candy know of Dennis. She brings up how she because she called Todd later and said how she know multiple people who used to date him, which means she got dirt on him. Because you know people who date somebody, they tell you the tea or whatever. So we see that. They then talk about Portia's room or whatever, and when Portia say like, "Well, I'm staying here with y'all too," and they're like, "Where you staying?" So like, she's like, "Well, I'll show y'all my room." Of course, they go back and Marlo knew the room she took was Portia's. So when they get up, she's like, "Why is whose stuff is this? It's not my stuff." And she was like, "Marlo, you put your stuff in my room." Well, I thought you wasn't coming. I'm like, you a goddamn lie, Marlo, because you knew she was because you sent her luggage to your room. If you thought she wasn't coming, you wouldn't have told the bellhop, no, take Portia Williams' bags down to this other room. So Marlo was a goddamn gonna lie. Anyway, they go on down to Marlo's real room. And Nene gonna say, "Well, Marlo, you to sleep in the small spaces because you lived in the projects." I said, "Ooh, bitch. Ooh, you messy. Messy. Messy, messy." Anyway, we then see, of course, Marlo stuff is all in Portia's room. So when she wake up in the morning, Portia put on Marlo's bonnet. She put on like one of Marlo's outfits. I mean, I guess she just don't mind putting other people's stuff on her body. That's just nasty, but it's, whatever. So when we then see Marlo and her glam team like come upstairs to Portia's room, I'm like, okay, this is seeing too much because my thing is, we ain't that cool. Like, why are you like? What if I'm naked? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. I feel like it was staged simply because when no, when Kenya, Lord Jesus, when Portia first woke up, she did have on a bonnet and she had on her regular clothes. But when Marlo came up there with her glam squad, Portia, I was going to say Kenya again. Portia had on the outfit Marlo had on the day before. I feel like her and Marlo said, you know what, let's have fun or whatever. Like, you can come up and I'm going, like, it'll be cool. Because ain't no way she just happened to have on Marlo stuff. And I'm like, girl, whatever. So Marlo said, girl, what did you wear my stuff for? I can't believe. She's like, well, you left it up here, so I put it on. And so Marlo laughing, Portia laughing, Marlo dancing around in it or whatever. Marlo saying how she gonna, she up there. Because why you in my room anyway? Oh, well, my glam squad, I'm gonna have, is they doing my makeup too? Yes, Portia, it's on me so fine. So, oh yeah, okay, great, great, great. I'm gonna cancel my stuff. I'm gonna let you do it. We'll have your people do it, and that was free. It's free for me. I thought it was fake and fugazi, but whatever. But at the end of the day, they kind of make up. They, she ordered them some breakfast and whatnot, so they were sitting on the bed, chit chat, eating and whatever. And they kind of both say how they got off on the wrong. They got off. They got off on the wrong foot before, and it wasn't that they did not like each other. Marlo brings up how I know sometimes I can come off blunt or whatever, but with me, what you see is what you get. And, so they both agree to kind of bury the hatchet. We see that the night before, they went out together, just them two. And Marlo was actually the first person to meet Dennis, because they went out. So, I mean, if they like it, I love it. We then see the ladies going to Nene's new store. So, Nene has opened up a new store, the swag store in Miami, and it's going to be like in a hotel, down there, whatnot. So the lady in the hotel is like down the street from where they were staying. So they decide, or someone decided, that they were going to walk from their hotel to where Nene's hotel is, where her store is at. And if anybody know, I have not been to Miami, but even I know for a fact that in Miami it's very, very hot. And so they were walking in heels in the heat with wigs and makeup on to the hotel, which was only like 2 blocks. But some places the blocks are like long, long, long. So I'm like, none of them are dressed to walk 2 blocks. Like Candy's in like 4 or 5 inch heels. You see Marlo, which was like she's going like it was the fall, honestly. Honey, and when Eva said Marlo's supposed to be all fashion forward or whatever, but she out here in Miami in the summertime in the goddamn gonna fall wool hat. I said, bitch. Marlo had on a lot of clothes. Like she was covered too much to be in Miami, like this point blank to the period. So they're walking or whatever, and like my feet hurt, my pinky toe ain't gonna make it. Marlo sweating. I think Portia said her wig was gonna come up or whatever. I'm like, y'all should have just took a taxi because again the heat there. It's just different. But you would think because they from, Atlanta, they should be used to it being hot. But I'm like, y'all, that's what I don't think they realized how far. They didn't realize how far the hotel was. They thought the hotel was like maybe a hop, skip, and a jump. It was a hop, a skip, a jump, a car ride, you know what I'm saying, a skateboard ride, and a train ride down. But they made it. They finally made it there, whatever. And Nene was happy to have them there. It was a lot of people there too. I kept thinking to myself because Nene be showing her story sometimes on her IG. And this is no shade. This is no shade to Nene. But her clothes be cute. It'd be really, really cute. But I'm like, she never show anybody like in her store. Like, I think I may be just getting spoiled because when Rashida posts her store, she's always showing how people like is regularly shopping in her store. And I'm like, I don't never see me like post like people, there. But I digress. Anyway, but again, she's happy that the girls are there. It's a nice little opening. It's a soft opening. There are people shopping, okay? All up and through. And then we do see Greg kind of gets overheated. And so you hear him say, I'm getting hot. It's getting hot in here. I need to get some air. I need to get out of here. And you see him standing around like, because it's I can imagine when it's hot in Miami. It was so many people in the store. So even if it has air, that don't work because it's 100 people in there. It's like it was a small store. So he went outside and then like Marlo went and said to me like, Greg, went outside. You maybe want to go check to see if he's okay. And so of course she wanted to check on him. He was sitting there, so how he just got hit. How he got overheated. So he went and sat down. Get some air. How he was just hot. So you had like Marlo fanning him. They brought him some water. The other ladies came out too, just to be sure he's okay. And they all sat outside with him, and was fanning him on the not. It wasn't like a scene, but like they were just sitting with him calmly. So like he was by himself, and also that Nene had support too because it's her husband. And they sat there. He was drinking some water. They was kind of fanning all each other. You saw Candy in the door. I felt like Candy was in the door, hopefully like holding open so some of the air could hit Greg because she wasn't like blocking the door, but some of the cold because he was hot. So and I seen how they moved him from like one part of it to he went and sat closer to that door. So I felt like you can open that door and some cool air can be coming out to hit him. He just sat there and they was all talking about whatever. He told a couple jokes. It was a great moment to see. He had a little bit of an episode, but they were still there to support him and support Nene, and it was great. And it went off, and that was it. I mean, that was it. I'm surprised I got this much talk out of it. That's because I just talked too damn much. Real Housewives of Andy, whoever, Nene, Candy, Eva, Cynthia, Marlo, all you people on the show, it's boring. I've got Porsha too. I just need something different. I do. I'm not entertained. We see next week Ronnie DeVoe and his wife, who was a girl in the group, the singing group Black from back in the day, will be introduced. I just need something more. I do. And that's it. I'm Jay Lee. Put in your comment section below how you felt about the episode. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay's Corner. Peace.
He's like love, 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 and music.